Wagwan peeps, it's Venom, what you saying? Alongside my home slice, damn me to the zane. When she and I get together on the poddy, ask anybody, the vibes are insane.
Join our family and feel free to come by. We on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Yeah.
New drop on the way every Monday at 6.
Tune in and come see what we unpick.
Hey, hello, hi peeps. Welcome to the Unpicked podcast show. If you've stumbled across this episode, welcome. And those of you that are returning, thanks for coming back. I am here with my co-host, Mr. Venom.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, all of that. From the title of the episode, today we're going to be talking about body count mainly, as well as a few hot topics. For example, some madness going on in Rwanda, the NHS staff choosing OnlyFans over their career, and a little something to do with erotic massaging. And I believe Venom's got some questions for me, so take it away.
You done know, man's come ready, prepared with his this or that questions. You know, I'm getting a bit more skillful at, creating these questions that have you in a bit of a pickle. Yeah, so I've got some more. 3 more to be exact.
Okay.
So no theme this week, but I hit you with my first.
You never
one
have a
anyway.
theme.
I'll have a theme next time. Do you know why? It's because I feel like the easiest theme is music, and then usually I think of it after you've done a music one, and I don't want to do 2 music weeks back to back.
Okay.
So then I have to hit you with something else.
Let's go.
Guys, I hit you with a theme next time, but yeah, first one is would you rather never have children or have children but never have friends again?
This is a hard one.
Now, real pickle.
It's either I'm gonna be selfish or nah.
Which is selfish? Which
never
one is
having
selfish?
children, I think, is selfish.
Never having
Because it
children.
means I'm picking
Why is
myself
that?
and having friends over bringing life into the world.
But you don't have to.
But
bring
you know
life
what's
into the
funny? I don't
world.
have kids now, so it will just be the life that I
That's
have
why.
now.
That's why I'm asking
So-
you specifically. That's why I thought it'd be a good
You
question.
know what? I've got my Toby. He's not a child, he's a pet. But he keeps me occupied. And I got loads of fantastic friends. And if it meant that I kept the life I have now, then so be it. So I ain't never had kids. I don't know what that's like. So yeah.
Interesting. I asked you specifically because I know a mum is just gonna say they're all gonna have the same answer.
The thing is
I
about
said,
the
okay,
thing
let's
that
see.
one thing I do know is that your kids will leave you at some point. And it can get very lonely not having a community. So just having your friends and no community. Having a kid and having kids and no community is actually, it's not desirable. So if the
I
only
hear
other
that.
option is to not have kids but to have the community, I'd rather have the community and not have the kids than to have the kids and not have a community.
But then, how solid is the community if
That's fine. If they
potentially
bounce,
can
I'll
all-
make new friends.
You
Have
know
you
what I
met me
mean?
before? Hello, personality. I make friends all the time. I have no problems making friends. So yeah, it's cool. It's fine.
Okay. Would you rather style your hair as you love to? We was talking about hair last week. He's talking about how you like to bust new styles every day. Ba, ba,
Yeah,
ba.
what's the caveat?
So you can do that, and absolutely nobody will find you attractive.
I knew
Or
I knew there was a caveat. I was waiting for it. Go on.
or any man, any woman, anybody that you desire will find you desirable, but you will be permanently bald.
I'm keeping my hair.
So you have no hair
I'm
to play
keeping
with.
my hair.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't live
okay.
for the attraction of
I'm not saying-
man or whoever. I live for myself. So yeah, keeping my hair.
Okay.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next.
Right.
Next.
The last question. your man, you've got to choose. There's two options. There's my man over here looking fine, packing the good things them. But he, you know what I mean? He kind of gets a little bit nervous with you. So he has problems, you know what I mean? Getting it, you know what I mean? Where it needs to be.
Wait.
That.
So he's what, like a 1 minute man, or he can't get it
No.
up?
No.
He can't get it up.
It's the strength. It has problems with the strength because of the nerves.
So wait. What are we dealing with here? We're dealing with he can't get it up. That's what we're dealing with.
Has trouble.
So he does get it up. You need to be, you need to be clarifying what I'm working with. Am I working with flaccid all the time? Or am I working with
it's like
partial?
50-50.
Oh,
it's partial.
Okay.
But when it's there, he does also have a hard time getting you to the climax.
There's other ways that he can do that. It doesn't have to be with his penis.
But he has a hard time. Yeah, I'm just saying he has a hard time. Period.
Penis.
It don't matter what it's with. He has a hard time.
Okay. What's the other option?
Yeah, that's the other option.
Cool.
Or the other man is a dead thing, but he ain't got no problems.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the one that I find attractive.
Wait, are you sure?
I'm very sure, because I can satisfy myself. Because you see that, the dead thing, yeah. If he's a dead thing, he's not going to arouse me. Listen, I'm at that stage in life now where I'm like, I don't want to. If I don't like something, if I don't find you attractive, it's not gonna last.
Fair.
Let me keep it real with myself, because I might stay with you because you got the personality, because you know the bedroom stuff might be nice, but all it takes is for me to meet somebody else. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone and I'm thinking and looking at other people. I can acknowledge that someone's good looking, but I don't want to be like, rah, why couldn't you look like that?
You don't want to be enticed.
Do you know what I mean? Or you say something irritated and I'm like, see? Because look at your big head.
See?
Look at your hairline. Why is your nose spread so wide? I don't want to be like that. Do you know what I mean?
Ow. Hey. Taking shots, yeah? Oh my God.
No, I'm just thinking of
Hey, damn me with the subliminals again. First the lips, now she went for the nose.
No, I'm not talking about you, Venom.
She went for the nose, guys.
But your nose is not even wide like that. Relax, man.
It's wide, though.
It's not wide. I've seen some real...
Spreadums.
Some real, touching the cheekbones.
I do... You know,
no, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not. It's just not what. It's just not what rocks my boat. Do you understand? No. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not what rocks my boat. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to look at you and be like, no, but.
Nose is very important.
You know,
nose and mouth.
You know when it's like in the beginning stages and your friends are like, oh, let me see a picture, or let me, and you're like, oh, you start making excuses like, oh, they look better in real life, or they're not photogenic, or no, but he's got a nice personality. I don't want to ever say that about my man. I want to be like, girls, oh my days, look at this guy, I'm talking to him. Boom, this is him, he's paying. Oh my God, all of us are kicking. That's what I want. I don't want to be embarrassed to show you to people. I don't want to do that. No.
I do get that though, because I don't date I don't date dead things. That's for damn
That's for sure. Listen.
But I would say that I do find girls attractive from a broad spectrum, and I've dated girls that
me too
wouldn't fall into the typical.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, she's paying.
Me too.
That's why I'm like, because I feel like somebody might be like, oh, but you dated so and so, and
yeah, me too. And you know what? It sounds like I'm really shallow, and I'm happy to accept that I'm shallow. But I know that for me, the guys,
it's a no.
It's a no. The guys that I've dated in the past, broad spectrum. Some are tall, some of them are not so tall. I'm talking 5'10", 5'11". Some of them over 6 foot. Some of them...
Damn me with the subliminals. Fam.
It's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with you, Ben.
Why am I all just about 5'10" out here? Danny's short man.
Why are you making it about you? Can we talk about that real quick? Why? What's it?
Because I'm all 5'10" out here.
It's got nothing to do with you.
With a big nose. You're just basically, Dammy's like, yeah, so if the dead thing, she's looking at me as well.
If the dead thing looks like it's a wrap.
Venom, he's got big lips, but they ain't bigger than mine, and then wide nose, 5'10". He's dead. I'm not having it.
No, it's not.
Especially if he wears like a cap with like Wakanda forever. Am I a dickhead?
Nah.
Why would I date someone like that?
Nah. No, I've dated guys that are dark skinned. My ex wasn't dark skinned. He was fair. I've dated tall guys like over 6 foot. I've dated 5'10", around that height. I've dated guys that are like, in terms of body wise, slim and muscular. I've dated guys that are a bit more on the dad bod side, but I was attracted to them. That's the thing. So if I'm not attracted to you, it's a wrap. So yeah, I have to be attracted to him, and we will deal with his is it impotence? Is that what they call it?
No, it's
not impotence, is it? But
yes,
it is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we'll deal with that. I got you, baby. As long as, at least I think you're fine. So.
As I do my normal social scavenging for random bits and bobs, I come across this story on one of the accounts that I follow about this young woman, 24 years old, from Rwanda, who has now been sentenced to 2 years in prison because she dressed inappropriately in public. I guess we'll insert the image of what she wore in public to get her sentenced to 2 years. But in Rwanda, they're very strict about how you dress, and they're clamping down on this indecent exposure. How do you feel about it? Having seen, how she was dressed.
I mean, we be seeing girls dressed like this all the time now. It's not a big deal. But I guess if in their country it's a big deal, then so be it. I don't like the idea of women's bodies being policed for how they choose to express themselves, fashion wise, hair wise, makeup wise. Yes, I'm throwing shots, and all that. But because it's like a fishnet thing, and
yeah, it's kind of like a sheer dress where you
not
can
fishnet.
You wear a whole dress, but you can definitely see
transparent
through it.
I mean, I would have been arrested time ago if I was living in Rwanda, just for the stuff that I've worn on the podcast. Do you know how many sheer tops I've worn on this podcast? How many times my boobies have just been on show?
Not in this Rwanda, boy.
I would have been done for. Because I like to wear, I love a sheer. Because it's like you're naked, but you're not naked, you know?
But would you wear a sheer dress?
With this booty, absolutely not. I'm not trying to cause traffic. I'm not trying to have that sort of attention. No, I would not. But tops, I don't mind. But no,
she had a whole dress.
I mean, her cheeks
dress
would have been out, and she's got a nice body as well.
Curvaceous.
So, but that doesn't negate the situation. Fundamentally, she's being policed for how she chooses to express herself. In today's day and age, that doesn't sit well with me. But then we're in a westernized country where feminism and all that jazz, without having to go into it, whereas in Africa it's behind in that sense. So yeah, if she was over here or in America, no one's batting an eyelid, no one cares. But where she's from, will it start something? Will it get people talking enough for the for their government to do things differently? Maybe it might spark a feminist movement out there. Maybe
could do.
Which means that she will leave a legacy. She will be the sacrifice for the legacy. Basically, you never know.
She'll be the sacrificial.
Yeah, basically. But I mean, if you know that's the laws of where you're living,
there's that too. I think my take on it is that it's definitely extreme.
Very.
To jail someone for just how they dress or whatever. So if we just remove the reality of her, because I'm definitely not talking about her or what has happened to her as an individual, but I do almost like the fact that someone has also taken a stance on like on that level of exposure as well. It's tricky to articulate, because I'm not saying women's bodies should be policed, but I do feel like because we only see women's bodies in sexual displays, and it's never in a normal, like, even arguably her dress, arguably it's a sexy dress, she's wearing it sexually, blah blah blah, so it just feeds into that rather than a normalized expression of the body or display of the body. So I do think it necessary that someone takes a like an open stance on that.
Yeah, I agree with you, because for me, like I just literally just said now that, you know, I wear sheer tops a lot, and in the same breath I said I wouldn't wear a sheer bottom half because of my bum, right? I have somewhat big boobs, yeah. It is what it is. But I wear clothes because I like it. I like how it looks. I'm not wearing it to be sexy. I can't help that if I wear certain things, my cleavage is up here, or my boobs look a certain type of way in it, and then it draws attention. That's never my intention, but it's annoying that I have to think about that. I might like something and I have to be like, oh, how is that going to look when I wear it? Someone who's flat chested or has no boobs or has no bum and no thighs can probably get away with wearing it, and it won't be deemed as a sexual attempt. Whereas me, if I wear something like shorts or like I've been talking about how I want to wear pom-pom shorts. I always want to wear pom-pom shorts because it's hot. But if I wear the pom-pom shorts now, it's like, oh, damn, all your thighs out, or your bum's out. It's I'm wearing it for comfort. I'm wearing it because I like how it looks, or I like the item of clothing. But I'm policing myself because I'm thinking about other people. And I think you're right. It's good that someone's taking that stand. And that's why I spoke about she's probably the sacrificial lamb. It might spark a conversation. It might spark a movement. But I think, you know, in today's day and age, we shouldn't be policing people for how they choose to dress and how they choose to present themselves. Even if she was trying to be sexual and that's her vibe, fine. If men can't control themselves, that's a them problem, not a her problem. She should still be able to wear what she wants to wear outside. So even the law itself doesn't make sense to me. If it's down to being like, because of my faith, I'm supposed to dress modestly, right? And I'm not totally against that. But again, the reason why I spoke about my specific bodily features is because sometimes I might be wearing something that's actually modest, but because of the way my shape is set up, it looks more sexy than it needs to, if that makes sense. But yeah, I just think that people need to move away from like trying to oppress women in this way. Women should be able to dress however way they want to dress. If somebody else is looking at it a certain type of way, that's a them issue. They need to work on that. It shouldn't be down to the woman changing how she dresses because of the sake of other people. It's like that breastfeeding thing. Some people find it disgusting when people breastfeed in public. Don't look somewhere else, man. Like,
find it disgusting.
Yeah. Years ago, I remember I walked into a Pret, and a woman was breastfeeding her child in Pret. And this guy walked up to the cashier. It's not a cashier, is it? Yeah.
The counter.
Thank you. It's not a cashier. It's not a supermarket. Walked up to the counter and was like, "That woman's breastfeeding, and I think that's disgusting. I want to make a complaint." In my mind, I was thinking, if you're finding it sexy, seeing someone suckle on a woman's breast, that's a you problem. The child needs to eat.
It might not be a sexual thing though, but
because it's not a sexual thing. But if you're finding it uncomfortable, that means you're associating it with a sexual thing. If you're finding it, do you see what I'm trying to say? You're associating it with something sexual. That's a you problem. The child's got to eat. The breasts at that point are baby feeders. They're not there for you. Do you know what I mean? So,
hilarious.
Yeah, he raised a complaint.
Wild. Imagine. These times he's ordering a latte with milk sucked out of a cow's breast.
He might have gone for alternative milk. You never know.
I highly doubt it.
But nonetheless, if you're finding breastfeeding, if you're finding watching someone or seeing someone breastfeeding uncomfortable, you need to ask yourself, why is that?
I think the only thing that is uncomfortable about women breastfeeding is where I'm supposed to put my eyes once I see that it's happened. Because naturally, man's going to want to see titties in it. And you're just
see, that's what I'm saying. Because,
cool.
yeah, but that's because...
And then you're like...
Because you sexualized them. And
No.
I think I've mentioned this in the past.
There's a magnetism about titties.
Listen, I get it. Because me too, I stare at titties. I watch titties as well, yeah. But fundamentally, they're baby feeders. That's what they're there for. Anything
That's
else...
what they're there for.
I mean, they're also there for sexual pleasure, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't get
sexual pleasure is found in them, but they're not there for sexual.
I feel like some things can have multiple use. Like my mobile phone, I can use it as a camera as well as a phone. Do you know what I mean? But if you're seeing someone breastfeeding, come on, there's a baby actually sucking on the nipple. Why is your brain going there? Come on, relax. That's
It's not that the brain's going there.
Okay.
It's just
It's there. And then now you say, you know what? But let me rationalize this. Titties, but a baby sucking on it. Cool. And keep it pushing. Don't be making a whole complaint to the manager at Pret a Manger because someone's breastfeeding in the corner, minding their business. Anyway.
I'll go sit next to her and say, so do you do this on a regular basis? Do you come here? Is this a daily thing?
What is it? As I'm taking gulps, that's what you're cracking jokes. You're not serious.
If I come here tomorrow, same time,
you're going to be here? Am I going to see a little something?
If I get a shot of coffee, no milk.
Do you know what? Girls need to also admit that sometimes we look at things we're not supposed to look at. When I'm on a train, if a guy's sitting opposite me, I can't help it. My eyes will just
gravitate.
Just real quick. And if I see any indication that, you know, I might look again because it's a bit magnetic. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a, you know, you can't help it. It's oh, it's there again. Oh, it's there again.
Is that even though the man has not moved? Of course, he's sitting there. It's there again. Listen to the justification. It's there again.
Yeah, it happens. So
you know what? That's literally the only thing, that I'm a prude about, and it's not intentional because I'm not a prude about it in the house. I make my wife see it all the time, but when I go out in public, I always make sure I wear like pants that really hide what's going on. I don't know why. That's kind of
cute.
I don't know why. I've been mad. Do you know? Well, I think I know why, but I don't know if it's really the reason. But I actually low key think it is.
What's the reason?
It's a pride thing, where you know, like obviously everyone's confident. They think they look paying, etc., whatever. But then you'll put certain things in place to make sure that if someone moves to you, you believe you know the exact reason why, if you know what I mean. So that you're, I guess, in control to some degree. So like you wouldn't like it, for example, if, you know you've got big breasts and then a guy's moving to you and you're not 100% sure, does he find me attractive or is he literally just here for
oh my
breasts,
God, it's my pet peeve. I hate it.
So that's why I cover up what's going on so that I know, this girl thinks that, and then they find out, boom!
It's the reason why I wouldn't wear anything sheer on the bottom half. Men are lucky. Men can, well, not all men. Some men, they can't hide it. No matter how they try, they can't hide it.
No, they just be wearing loose pants.
And
I don't wear
swinging.
loose pants.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I don't wear loose pants. Everybody's so wicked. I'm wearing like soft fabrics.
Woo! They're grey joggers.
That's not me. That's not me.
That's not me. When I see grey joggers on a guy, I'm like, you're a whore.
You whore.
You whore.
Yeah. I'll tell you what happened, This was the most embarrassing thing ever. It was it over lockdown? I think it might have been over lockdown. It was in the last few years. You know, every once in a while you have them lazy days. I was having a lazy day. I'm about the house and I needed something from the shop.
probably milk or something. I needed it though. Like it was like I have to go get this because if I don't get this, I can't eat. And the shop was so close to where I used to live. These times I'm naked, probably in bed, and I'm like, I gotta get up and get out. So I just got up, put on jogger bottoms, no pants. Yeah, because I'm only going to the shop that's just around the corner.
You knew what you was doing. You could have put pants on. It
I
takes 2
didn't.
seconds.
No. Yeah, I know, but man was hella lazy. This is the height of lockdown. Like, you know when it's just whatever. It's that kind of vibe. I don't even know if it was lockdown, but that was my vibe. Anyway, I get outside, yeah. First part of the estate, calm. Ain't nobody there. And that's how I'm thinking. There ain't gonna be nobody there. But when I get to the second part of the estate, there was bare like late teens. And I know they saw because I just had bare giggling. I was like, oh.
Did you feel violated?
I felt violated, bro. I felt seen. I was like, oh, can't do I even walked a different, bleep that out, sorry. I even walked a different way back to my house because I didn't want to see them again. I didn't want them to reconfirm. Nah, that's it. That's your view. Now I'm going to have to go on the main road. I said,
Well,
damn.
next time,
Damn,
put it under control.
Now the pants is on. They've been on ever since. I ain't taken the pants off. I need to wash them.
Isn't it uncomfortable when guys don't wear
Just living
ain't
in
it uncomfortable when guys don't wear like something?
Only if you're doing something. If you know what I mean, like running would be mad.
Yeah, I ain't when I'm not wearing a bra, I ain't running nowhere.
Running would be mad. The amount of motion, you'll probably, as long as the run is not violent, you'll probably end up with a boner by the end of the run.
Not a violent
like,
run.
Yeah, because it just be.
I feel your pain, but up here. I get it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Anyway, so apparently there was something in the newspaper, I think, right? I saw something about how the NHS is understaffed because a lot of them are creating OnlyFans accounts.
Yeah, a lot of nurses are leaving the NHS to take up new careers on OnlyFans.
Ooh. I don't blame them.
I mean, there's a cost of living crisis.
There's a cost of, listen, guys, there's a cost of living crisis. Yes, there's a crisis. And even me, that museum, I'm thinking of ways, how can I monetize what I have? Because the 9 to 5 is not cutting it.
I've got a new business plan real quick based on you wanted to monetize.
Okay, let me hear it.
And it's OnlyFans.
Do you know why? Because it's not the first time you've mentioned it. Even back in the day, before we had the podcast and we were doing the lives, you spoke about managing me on OnlyFans.
Okay. I got idea. Do you know why? This is the only thing that makes me vexed to not be a girl. I love being a man, but the things that women can monetize, men cannot monetize. Anyway, you mentioned just before about when it's hot and you don't wear a bra because of under boob sweat. Hey, is that under boob sweat? Just capture some of that in a vial. Cool. Sell it. Woman was selling farts in the middle of lockdown.
Sell under boob sweat. Are you kidding me?
Sell under boob sweat.
You know what? Talking to the mandems and maybe even the girls, if that's what you're into. Let me know if that's what you'd be interested in, and I might just
make the account.
And
just put it up there, and I bet you, just try and sell it. It will sell itself.
I don't think I produce that much sweat for me to be selling.
Yeah, but work out, like intentional. Get the sweat going.
Not me drinking bare more water so that I can sweat the water off from my titties.
Listen, I'm telling you now, yeah. Man, them were buying farts in jars.
Do you know what I thought you was gonna say? I imagined Baywatch. When you said, oh, you know, like you walking around with no bra, I thought he's gonna say, and we were talking about how like running around. I thought he was gonna say like, not purposely sweat on the titty.
Purposely sweat from under the
the breast.
Underneath.
Jesus.
Capture that in a vial. Put a little cork on that.
shot that.
I can't take you seriously. I just don't. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of...
When you need the money, hit me up.
There's other
going.
OnlyFans accounts I can create. That would be...
Yeah, but this one will make you a millionaire.
Anyway, would you do it? Would you make an OnlyFans account?
If I could sell something,
I'm sure there's something we can find.
100%.
Can't you do something for the beard?
Do something for the beard?
Yeah, do an OnlyFans like account for the...
What, do you think people would just want to see the beard?
Plait? I don't know, you could do little cute things with it. You can dress it up.
I mean, if there's a market for it, guys, I'll,
do women consume OnlyFans like men do? I don't think so,
Hell no. Hell no.
But
I think there might be certain male accounts that like, I think the kind of things that women would pay for are much, when I say more rare, I mean for a man to do that kind of thing, like it might be like a particular aesthetic of a man.
Like there's one,
like a tall, he's got to be tall and buff.
It's not even that.
Perfect,
there's this guy on
that
TikTok, that cuts wood.
Oh yeah, I've seen that, brother.
It's very sexy. Just even hearing the axe hit the wood. And if you read the comments, Lord,
I've seen that. Ridiculous.
Women are bad. We're bad.
But it's very specific though.
Yeah, or seeing a guy like, if you're a heterosexual woman, you might be into men who display what we consider manly behaviors, such as building things, or do you know what I mean?
Or even cooking, when man's is seasoning up.
No, I find it cringe. There's one guy, and
it's cringe now. I think it's cringe now.
But maybe because I didn't think he was attractive. Maybe if it was someone that was attractive, I might be like, oh, look at the way he's slapping that.
Maybe if he looked more manly, because you know what, there is an account that I've seen on TikTok. I might follow it, or maybe they just give it to me every once in a while because they know I do watch it. But like, it's like a proper manly man, probably like that woodcutter kind of guy, but not necessarily trying to do like the chop porn. But then he'll be like outside in the wilderness, and then he'll make use bare things from outside and then cook outside.
I know who you're talking about. But there's another guy,
and I enjoy him.
Another guy, I think he's Caucasian. He actually does make food porn. Like, even the way he chops the onions, or like the way he sprinkles the seasoning on it, or he'll slap the chicken breast some kind of way.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. One time, he was making some sort of dessert, and he had the lemon juice, and he was trying to juice the lemon, and he put his fingers in it, like, and it was like, okay.
Yeah, like, whoa.
Wow, okay. Yeah. But I thought it was cringe. I was like, this is...
Sammy biting the tongue. Is that you that...
I was just about to say that I found
you see them things involuntary.
I found it cringe. I was like, this isn't hot.
Well,
but the guy that was cutting the wood, I said I would.
Wow.
Yeah, I would.
You said bring that axe.
Bring the axe and the wood.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That is that's an intense one. That is an intense one.
Not intense.
I'm actually deep. I'm actually deep in it. It's so also doing my Instagram swipies as you do. I came across this statement. It was a post. A lady posted her man giving these sexual massages to other women, and the caption was something along the lines of I have to let him do these massages. I can't keep all of this to myself.
Yeah, so that other women deserve to,
other women need
need to receive what he can give, or something along them lines. I think I saw that as well.
Yeah. So it got me to thinking, because I was like, I watched the whole video, man. This massage went from what I thought was suspicious, but but also fine, to very suspicious.
I mean, he was slapping cheeks.
I mean, he slapped.
He was
you know, the
jiggling
slapping
them.
the cheeks wasn't the slapping cheeks weren't the worst part for me. The jiggling weren't the worst
the
part.
stretch?
The worst part for me was the stretch. The stretch was extreme. We have to share this somehow. I guess we'll try and put it on the screen whilst we're saying this, maybe. But when you see the stretch, because where man's face was, talk about pheromones. God damn. God damn. That's all I can say, boy.
It was very sensual, wasn't it?
Until the stretch.
But even the stretch
Everything
was sensual.
To the stretch. I wouldn't call that sensual, boy. That was 1 centimeter away from home.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so like Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Would you let the missus get a massage from that guy?
So that's how I was viewing it. I don't want to keep her away from the good things in life. And it was looking very suspicious. It was some of those angles that man was mounting the table and changing. It was suspicious. But nobody can stretch my woman like that. That's ridiculous. That stretch. After, like, I think I would have been quite open to it. In a way, in a capacity. I don't know what the capacity would have been. But if I had seen that stretch with my own eyes, oh, God. I'm gonna end up in prison. I'm gonna be with that chick from Rwanda, bruv, because it's.
No, you're killing me. You're killing me.
I don't know what else I would do. There's only so far rational thinking will go before it just become ego, and I'm like, fam, is man unfolding your wife? Is that you? Yeah. What? Are you a complex, bruv? Man,
even before the stretch, it's a no from me.
Yeah, but I mean...
No, because even the positioning.
No. Even worse.
From the first video, even the positioning. I said, because she was straddling him, but she was doing it reverse cowgirl style.
Yeah.
But face down, you know.
And the thing up.
Booty up, all up in the groinal area. The position alone, things are meshing. Do you know what I mean? Like, things are...
And I know, say, if I was him... Because I want to advocate that, yeah, man should be able to do that. But if I was him, 100%, it's either semi or it's maximum.
I'm telling you.
And it doesn't, at that point, it doesn't even matter what the girl looks like.
Because afterwards, when he smacked the cheeks afterwards, I was like, what? Because he slapped the cheeks yeah, at the end of the massage. Just, you didn't need to do that, bruh. You didn't need to do that, babe. You didn't need to do...
He didn't, but I was with him. I was like...
I got it. I've had a massage like that before.
Oh, yeah?
I have.
As in, it was not connected to anything. It was actually just
a massage, but it was in that vein. But it was done by a woman.
Okay.
It was done by a woman.
Did that change anything? Did you still come off feeling a bit hot?
I did.
Like business needed to get handled somehow?
I did come off feeling quite hot. It was because it was a sensual massage. I was uncomfortable in the beginning because I was like, where's she going? But after a while I was like, no, just relax into it, enjoy it, just let it be. Just the whole point of a massage is to relax you, so you can't be tense in a massage. You gotta relax, right? So I was like, yeah, just let it be, just let it be what it is. And afterwards, the way I slept, yeah. Whew.
That's the thing, though. But do you think that's because it was a sensual massage, or just because it was a massage near bedtime?
It wasn't near bedtime. It was like midday, and I slept till bedtime. That's how good the massage was. Yeah. It's fantastic. So I'm an advocate for massages, for sure. I just wouldn't be comfortable with my man giving someone a massage like that, especially if he's doing it as a profession, because it means he's touching multiple women. And like you said,
But then
there's
doesn't
no
that
way.
detach him?
There's no way that he's touching like that. Like, do you know what? If he didn't smack that girl's cheeks, I would have said, "Oh, it's just business." But the way he smacked them cheeks at the end, you know that type of smack in the cheeks. You know them ones where it's like you're walking past your girl. She might be in the kitchen wearing the pom pom shorts, and you're walking past her and you know what booty she's got, but it catches you off guard. You're like, you just give it a smack. We know what that smack is. That's what he gave the girl, you know. Because after he finished feeling it up, he just did the cheeky. No.
Just to complete the massage.
No. That's the smack is not part of the massage. It's something else.
You see that sudden tap that reignites the gluteus maximus, gets it back to the firm, ready to be.
What about the one where
mode.
He was shaking her booty and the booty was moving like water?
Deep tissue massage. That is.
To be fair, yeah. You right. Yeah,
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I know I couldn't do it because man. The way I've used booty massage as my in.
It's like everyone's in it. Let me give you a back massage. Next thing you know, you feel it growing. You're like, okay.
I'm like, oh, what's that? What's that?
Are we both gonna act like this is not what you're trying to do?
That? Okay. I don't know how that got
2
there.
2 minutes in, it's like, okay.
Yeah. I don't know how that
we know what's going on here, sir.
Sir.
We know what's going on here.
Is that bait? Is it really
It's so bait. It's so bait. You're not the only one. It's so bait.
Because I just feel like,
no, it's actually so bait. Like, it's like, okay.
Whenever I used to be getting like a little bit of cold shoulder, I'd be like, okay, let me just
do a massage. It's
and
like
then I invented this whole bum massage where I'll be, like, because obviously I'm sure man then just be doing like a manner thing, but I'll be getting levels. I'll get the elbow,
you're not the.
Get in.
I'm
there.
sorry to burst your bubble, but you're not the only one.
Yeah, that's what everyone's doing. I'm not trying to give it stealth. I'm like,
and it's funny
I'm
because
really
it's so funny because just before the massage, everyone's clothed. All of a sudden now you want to give me a massage, but your shirt's off, your trousers is off, everything's off, apart from boxers. And it's like, okay, did you really need to strip down to boxers to give me a massage?
Obviously, because the way the yogi, it's the transfer.
Oh, right.
Of that's getting in the way. Blocking the energy.
You know, we weren't born yesterday. But yeah, for me, my man ain't giving that type of massage. And I would feel like I'm disrespecting my man if I went and got a massage like that in a relationship. I would definitely...
Like this one in the video, for sure.
I'd be like, even to ask him, like, oh, babe, would you be all right with me? I'd feel like, no, you're taking the piss at me. Maybe because I know that I wouldn't allow him to give a massage like that. But saying that, no. I wouldn't even ask.
Now, what was you thinking? You'd ask. He's gonna say you'd ask him just to check.
I mean,
just to make sure.
I might just be like, oh, babe, have you seen this massage thing? Just to gauge his temperature on the meter, like, just to gauge it. You know what I mean? If he's like, what? Nah, man, that's inappropriate or whatever. I'll be like, all right, well, I can't ask him. If he's like, oh, that's cool, I'll be like, oh, would you let me? Not that I'm going for it. I just want to know, like, I just want to test the waters. And if he's like, no, then I'll be like, all right, cool. Then it's a no.
I'll be like, is it a his and hers thing? And then you turn up, that man gives you that thing, and then some big bunda baddie just comes and...
I wouldn't mind a his or hers thing, you know.
What, but some big...
I don't care. That wouldn't affect me. Do you know how there's bare girls that have bigger bums than me, bigger boobs than me?
No, it's not the size. It's how she's using it.
That's fine, because I know how to use it too, when it's just us two. Because I'm also getting a rub down. That's what you do. That's what, do you know what I mean? You're thinking about this big bunda girl thing, but I'm also getting, I'm getting the stretch. You saw that stretch?
That stretch was a bit mad.
So you can have by all means, I'm going to get the stretch.
That stretch was a lot.
Unpicked. So I saw something on the gram about this conversation, and it's a conversation that keeps popping up on Twitter. A lot of people have had this conversation. It's actually a bit of a dry conversation. Not how we're going to do it, though, because we're lit. But then I thought, okay, I'm going to bring it up and let's just see. But I clocked, we've never really spoke about body count.
Never ever.
Never. So yeah, let's unpick body count.
Body count.
For the main topic. What are you saying?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because the rhetoric, at least with young men, is that obviously man can have a high body count, women cannot. I'm now trying to deep, as an older man, how do we feel about body
that
count?
Wisdom? Do you know what I mean?
This wisdom. Me personally, I've never really cared.
Okay.
But do you know? Okay, here's the hard line. Never cared about body counts ever. It really doesn't matter actually. But what I do care about is the girl a sketel or not? That is definitely a consideration. And it's not that one means the other, but they can be indicative. Can be. But that's my actual thoughts and feeling. It's not that, oh, if you slept with this many men, you're a sket.
Yeah.
Or you slept with this many men. It's just, are you a sket?
What makes a girl a sket?
That's what it. I don't know. Because when I was young, it would be, like, yeah, she's giving man's head, da 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 da. Like, it would be immature things. Now, I'm like, what makes a girl a sket? I don't know. Because I think yesterday's sket is today's baddie.
That's right.
So I don't really know.
Okay, so yeah, that's why I asked that question, because when I was growing up, a sket wasn't just someone who gave head. It was someone who everyone knew had sexual encounters with a lot of people. So it was somewhat body count was what determined whether or not you were a sket or not. So when you're saying, oh, as long as she's not a sketel, I'm just like, okay, so what would make her a sket in your eyes? What's your definition? I don't even like the term sket.
Why?
I don't like it. I feel like it was a way to suppress girls from living
their
not
best
even
life.
best life, but from them being comfortable enough to talk about these things. And what it did was it made girls, even towards each other, not be open. So like when I was in school, I didn't feel like I could talk to my friends about things, anything to do with sex. Or let's say like, okay, now everyone,
what for fear for them
like,
trying to
now all of a sudden they're
label
like, oh,
you
that means
a
a
sket
sket.
and then
For what? Because I talk about the Gok 3000. Now you're calling me a sket. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just asking, how do you do it? Because I don't. At that time, obviously, I didn't. You know, when I was young, I didn't know how to do it. I might ask a few questions like, okay, is this something I might be into?
Do you twist and?
Do you know what I mean? It made girls judge each other. It became something that women used against each other.
I didn't really know about the dark side of the sketter.
No, because it just made it, like, even if you weren't a sket, you were scared of being a sket because the girls would make you feel bad. There was no women empowerment, no like women sticking together. That is all a lie.
Can't be empowering the sket.
It's
No, but the
lie.
thing is, the sket will come and teeth your man in the night. She'll know you. She'll look you in your face at lunchtime. She'll even share with you her chewing gums or her drink.
But that's.
And then she'll go
I
and bang your man.
I actually think that's part of what I'm saying that I don't like about the whole concept of the word sket or labeling someone as a sket, because what it did was it isolated the girl that was labeled as a sket when really she was just sexually liberated.
I mean, it's liberation is one.
I don't think
level.
I think that it's an exaggeration to be like every sket would steal your man. Not necessarily, and my man could also have self-control.
Yeah, no, but I think. All right. So what is the recipe for sket?
That's why I asked the
mean,
question. Like,
because
what do you
context
mean by
wise,
sket? Like, what when you call someone a sket? What does that mean? What qualifies you to be a sket?
a sket, or can you even be a sket after you've passed puberty? If you know what I mean, like you're now just a
In
young
today's day
adult,
and
an
age, I don't
adult.
think so. Back when we were in our 20s or in our teens, absolutely.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think I had any
So
knowledge of
just
skets at 20,
just
but definitely at 16.
just to give our international watchers and listeners a better understanding, you might have clocked what we're talking about now, but sket is basically hoe,
Yeah,
basically.
It's a thought.
It's a thought,
Thotty.
thotty, but even being a thought now is somewhat like,
Yeah, it's a teetering. It depends. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It just depends who you are. But a sket was never
I
good.
feel like for me, I don't know. I feel like I feel like being a thought is somewhat celebrated. Being a scare hoe, whatever, is somewhat celebrated. Like city girls, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Not that all city girls are thoughts, because city girl could also be
Yeah,
someone.
no, that's where they all
it could just
married
be like
and
someone's having a good time, girl that's out this summer living her best life.
Yeah, but the actual city girls are not even single.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, but like, I feel like I feel like where people draw the line is where it's things like, oh, she's had a line done on her, like she's, do you know what I mean? Like them type of things there. I don't
Batteries and that.
like, yeah, I don't
Trains.
trains, yeah. I call it line. It's trains. Sorry.
I know what you meant.
See, I'm not with it like that because I was never that girl. I was late to bloom.
Me too.
I was late to bloom, but I knew my stuff because I used to read a lot of erotica in secret.
Oh yeah. Doing them blue books.
Yep.
You know, I read some. When did I read some? I read some like as a young man though, as in like I was in my 20s. It was out of boredom. I was like,
No,
what? And when I read it, I was like, wow, women.
Yeah.
Because I know women keep this industry alive. There ain't no men reading it. I said, whoa.
Yeah, I started reading erotica books from when I was 14 in secret. What had happened was, quick digression, my reading age was above average from primary school, and I wasn't interested in, like, I read Harry Potter. I was like, cool, great. All the Tracy Beaker books, great. I was like, I need something that's gonna, like, these books
stimulate
these books
me.
are easy. I need something else. And my mum had like a library of like Mill and Boon's books and stuff like that, which is like the romance novels and stuff. And there was a little bit of sex in there, like, oh, such and such touched the thigh, and that's where it started. So when I was like 12-ish, I started reading the Mill and Boon's books, and there was another author, I can't remember her name. I'm not going to try and remember it, but her books were like a little bit more erotic than the Mill and Boon's books. And then when I got to about 14, 15, I got introduced to Eric Jerome Dickey books. Now, you might not know who that is, but those women that know about Eric Jerome Dickey, you know that those books were porn in writing, basically. Yeah. And then by the time I got to like 16, 17, 18, I was flat out like looking for even more extreme.
Flat out, what going to like Pornhub and then just turn on the captions.
I wouldn't watch. I wouldn't watch porn, but I would read it. All the books.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, all my books were like erotica books, and in the beginning it was just romance novels and a bit of kissing and a bit of, and then they made love and that was it. But by the time I got to 18, 19, the books I was reading, it was graphic to the point where when they did 50 Shades of Grey, I thought that was very tame.
You're like, this is lame.
I thought it was tame. Yeah. Because the books I had been reading was very, So whilst I was a late bloomer in terms of losing my virginity until like, I would say close to mid-20s, for a good 10 years, I had been reading.
You opened them pages,
listen,
boy.
That was my porn. Them erotica books was my porn. Listen. I remember I said to you, my imagination. So Yes, it was a Vaseline.
It's easily done. It's easily done though, because when I did read the porn novel that I did read, or soft porn, whatever, I don't really know what to call it.
It was
Erotic novel. There you
novels,
go.
yeah.
It was about a man, and it was like a ghost or something, and it was like a ghost come. It was mad, but it went there, and I was like,
It got to a point where some of these erotica books, yeah, they don't even
Yeah.
have a storyline. It's just every page is just sex.
it's
sex,
just
sex,
like,
sex,
yeah,
sex,
yeah,
sex.
yeah. How can we explain?
Yeah.
It's a big business though,
Big,
I might
big.
get into it. Like,
I mean, if you
I'm
can
good
write,
with I'm good with the pen. I'm good with the pen.
I used to write as well.
Bars though, not
No,
not
I used to
books,
write.
but-
I used to write stories. When I was in uni, I was writing stories.
What, erotic
I
novels?
was writing
Yeah,
stories.
that's a yes.
So, yeah, I really thought I can make money from this as well. You know, if I wanted.
Dammy's
to.
collection of erotic.
Can you imagine Dammy saying
novels.
erotic novels? Might have to
Damn.
self-publish. No, I'm joking. No, but they, and you know,
Not
it was,
joking.
it wasn't like, I heard that. It wasn't like the romancy stuff. It was like hardcore, like, oh, using toys and
Yeah,
all this
yeah,
different.
yeah.
Yeah. It really,
And is that the vein that you're thinking of going down as a genre?
I don't know. We'll talk about it. Because I can see your mind is thinking, cha-ching.
I never stop thinking cha-ching, boy. I'm thinking with a special signing, and at the signing you get a book and a vial of under boob sweat. Signed edition, hardback copy. Gotta bring all of them
Look at what I
ventures
have to deal with.
to an apex.
Look at what I have to deal with.
We
It's
make
crazy.
money out here.
Unpicked merch.
Yeah.
Might be an erotica book and a vial of
When we launch Unpicked After Dark, it will be with
this
the book.
Unpicked After
The
Dark. I
book
feel like
and
it's gonna
Unpicked
have to
After-
happen because
It's gonna happen.
the whole body count thing, it blows my mind because people can just lie. You will never be able to know exactly how many people someone has slept with, man
Of
or
course.
woman. You will never be able to know. So what's the point of asking? And when you get to a certain age as well, it's like, bruv, if you're over 30, don't bother asking somebody about. They've
It's a stupid
definitely
question.
had sex with at
Yeah.
least one person. At least. So just, it's dumb. It's definitely a young person game. Why do you care? I don't even think that people should be
It
talking
is.
about past relationships. It's only because I've got a podcast.
I'm not on
when
that.
I'm dating guys and they're like, oh, so like, what happened with your ex? I'm like, it didn't work
No,
out.
don't worry about that.
Period. I don't need to give you the ins
Yeah,
and
like-
outs of like what they did to me, what I did to them. Because, you know, I'm not perfect.
Yeah, I had one ex, big. Her past relationship played such a big part in our relationship. I was like, yeah, I'm done.
No,
with
but
this.
there's
I
a
can't.
difference between, oh, I've got things to work through and I'm now treating my new person based on how I was treated before. Because that just means you need to heal. You just need to heal.
Yeah,
what I'm-
you needing to heal and also talking about your past relationship to your new partner constantly.
I'm not
That's-
talking about constantly. That's a different issue entirely. That if you're talking about your ex to your new partner constantly, you need to heal. You're not over them yet. But what I'm saying is, you know, like in the beginning talking stages, and it's like, oh, so how long you been single? These are the typical questions. Because now that I'm single, I can tell you every guy that I've spoken to, it's always, how long have you been single? What happened with your ex? And if you're online dating, oh, have you met anyone? Have you been on any dates on the apps? And how comes you didn't match with them, or how comes you didn't go on any more dates? They always want to know what's happened with the previous person. And it's like, I get it. If you're curious, cool, but you don't actually need to know any of that information.
Yeah, that's never like where I go.
You don't need to know. Don't ask me how many people I've slept with. Don't ask me about my ex and what happened there. I don't want to know about yours either. I'll find out you're crazy quite quickly because, you know, after a while, I feel like when you reach a certain maturity, you're quick to see things, and whether you choose to see it and act on it, or you see it and overlook it because you're just desperately trying to find someone, it's a different conversation. But more time, people show you who they are after some time. There's only so long that people can pretend. But I don't need to know about your past. I don't need to know what happened with, unless it's like, oh, now you've got a kid with that person. Okay, I might want to know what's the situation with the baby mama, like that kind of thing. But I don't need to know the ins and outs of what happened before. You don't need to know the ins and outs of what happened before. This is me at present day now. Take me as I am right now.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with that. But what I will say is I did just think back to why would I label a girl a sket?
Okay.
Because I'm really trying to arrive at why. Because I think body count is actually not as important. Sket is important. And I think that is defined by the caliber of men that a woman allows herself to sleep with. Not how much men. It's if them man are some low tier man, I'm like, love, it was nice knowing you.
Okay, what's a low tier man?
So, for example, I don't think that the issue is the train. I think the issue is that the type of man that will do train on gal are like, literally like man them. And it's...
What's wrong with mandem?
No, it's...
Mandem need love too, you know?
Man them need love, but it's the kind of man
Yeah,
them.
yeah, so, okay.
It's the
What
kind
kind?
of man them. Not my man them. That's what kind. Like,
Oh, Lord.
like, I'm not against like I think there's a difference between man them who are both feeling one particular girl and they're like, yo, like, let's do a threesome or something because both of them are on her and that's how it works out. I don't think there's something wrong with that, but like a train is giving immaturity in reality, not what it means.
I don't even see it
but
as
who actually
yeah.
does
I see it differently.
as in the men, not the
Yeah,
women.
I see it.
As in
I
the men.
see it as the type of. This is a hard conversation to talk about without sounding like I'm judging anyone. And you know me, I don't.
I'm
like to
judging.
judge people.
You know me, I'm judging. I'm
yeah,
judging.
you're the one that
I'm
judges.
judging.
I don't. Okay, I don't.
Hey.
Okay.
You judge,
But on this one, I think I will,
judge.
because I see it as running a train on a woman. I see it as what's the word I'm trying to use here? Exploiting her. So if a guy said to me, because again, when you're dating, you have to talk about sex when you're dating. People that think that you can't, don't lie to yourself. You need to know what sort of kinks and stuff that person is into so you know whether or not you're going to be sexually compatible. Even because, especially if you're not going to have sex for a while, you need to know, like, what are they into? You just need to know. So you're going to talk about sex. So if I was talking about sex with a guy and he was like, yeah, like, threesome, okay, cool. Like, most guys, that's their fantasy. As if that's the only type of fantasy. As if that makes you a freak, but that's a different conversation. But then if it's like, oh yeah, like one time me and my boys like ran a train, I'll be like, rah, you exploited a girl like that. That's how I'd be looking at you. Like, I'd be looking at you. It'd almost be like I'm talking to like someone who,
like a child.
No, it's I see it as assault, you know. I see it as assault.
I mean,
even if the girl obviously has consented, yeah, but I still it's sexual exploitation.
Yeah, that's how you feel.
That's how I feel. Yeah. Thank you for correcting me. In my opinion, how I feel about it is it's sexual exploitation.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of what I feel, which is why I'm like,
yeah.
And if a girl said to me, oh yeah, like if we were just having like general conversation and she was like, yeah, you know, I did this, I did that, blah, blah, blah. I'll be like, yeah, that's not for me.
And it's not even about, I mean, I don't date girls, so I don't really care. But I guess you're saying you don't care about how many men she's had sex with. It's the fact that
Yeah, it's the how. It's not the what. It's the how. It's not like I'm looking at any girl and being like, oh yeah, but if you suck dick before, like, can't be the wife because like I like kissing and that. Like everyone sucks on dick, man. So
That's so dumb.
But the thing is, as a young man, I definitely would have been.
Do you know
there. 16
what?
years
Young
old,
men,
I was a virgin at 16. If a girl said, "Oh yeah, I suck dick," I'd be like,
young men. It used to baffle me because I went through my whole university experience a virgin.
Halfway.
I went through my whole university experience a virgin.
No, sorry, no, I didn't. I definitely beat by the time.
I went through my whole university experience a virgin. And first of all, I had guys that didn't believe me because they were like, wow, look at your body though, and you're a confident person. And I was a dancer. I don't dance anymore, but I was a dancer. And so I was sexualized, and then they struggled to believe that. How can you move like that but be a virgin? And then because I read so much erotica, I knew my stuff. So when it came to like bantering about sex and stuff, it was hard to believe that the way you're talking about it, surely you've done it. I'm like, no, I haven't. But anyway, but one thing that I clocked when I was in uni that used to really rub me up the wrong way was obviously guys. What the aim of the game for guys, younger guys, is to have as much sex as possible with as many women as they can. It almost becomes a game. Like the guys,
it's definitely a game.
The guys that were moving to me in uni, especially, and even before uni, it was almost like, oh, she says she's a virgin. She says she's not going to be. Now it's my mission. I need to get that girl, and that's what made me clock that. For guys, the motivation is if they want it, they're pretty much like wired to want to get it because it's a game. It's part of like being I'm going to use the word predator, but not in that way.
No, but
it's just
definitely.
part of their genetic makeup. I feel that like, you know,
definitely.
for them to want to pursue what they want in that way, or anyway, actually. But the sexual way, when it comes to sex, it illustrates how men are wired. Like when they want something, they will. I'm gonna get it, and when you don't give up, you get to see the extent of that. And I definitely saw that quite a few times. But it used to blow my mind how guys, younger men, would literally like make it like for them it's a game, it's like a mission, it's like how many girls have I slept with, like it's like a big thing. But then they still want the innocent girl in the end when it comes to like wifey-ing the girl, and it's like, but are you not thinking about this? Like, let's say Venom says there's about 50-50 ratio of men to women, right? If every man is on a mission to try and sleep with as many girls as possible and they want to increase their numbers, their body count, but the ratio is 50-50 in terms of men to women, how can you possibly think that there's going to be a lot of women who haven't had sex, right? And then on top of that, I always found it strange that it's like, oh, we want, like, men want to have sex, or some men used to even get upset, like, because I said no. For me, I was like, no, I want to be in a relationship or really want to be in love before I give it up. Yes, I was one of those girls, and these guys will think, oh, she's chatting, she's just playing hard to get. Then they'd get upset because they didn't get what they wanted, and it's like, okay, but just because I was a smart girl, I'm gonna put it that way. Like, you couldn't do the whole try and be friends and try and get into the undies, or let me try and tell her I like her and I want to be with her and get into the undies that way. I just wasn't, like, I was clued up. I have older cousins that are guys, and I used to talk to my dad a lot as well. So I knew the tricks, and they used to get annoyed about that. But then it's like, some women are naive and can be played in that way. And so they, you know, you lot, this is what I spoke about lying before. Some guys will lie. They'll be like, oh, I want to be with you, whatever. Get into the girl's undies, drop her like hot potato, and then be upset that she's been played like that. And it's almost like you want the girl to be smart, but in the moment, at the time when you was playing games, you didn't want the girl to be smart. You were annoyed that she was smart. But then I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah. No. I get
I had
you.
There was one of my friends. Well, he's an acquaintance really, but when we were in our past, I don't want to say give a time frame. In our past, he was really trying to get it. I never gave it up. Years later, He's matured. I've matured. He was like, we were out one time. He was like, Dammy, I really respect you, you know. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, out of all my female friends, I really respect you. I'm like, why? Thinking he was going to say, because we're good friends, we've been friends for time. It's like, no, because back in the day, I really tried. Like, I thought I had game. I really tried. And you did not let up. But some other girls have let up. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You was manipulative. You was manipulative. And those girls fell for the trap and gave it up. And you're blaming them for that when you knew what your intentions were. How is that fair? Do you see what I'm saying?
I get it, but from his perspective, and much like any man, is no man wants to be with a fool.
But you wanted the fool in the first place when it suited you.
That's a different thing. Yeah,
it's dumb. It's so dumb.
Separate minds.
It's so dumb.
It's the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere.
It's so
of the
dumb.
brain.
It's so dumb. When you were younger,
It is what it is.
when they were younger, they didn't want the girls that were too smart. If you was too smart, it was like, nah, she's doing too much, man. She's long. She's long.
Yeah.
But it's that long one. The girl that was long is now, we want a girl that hasn't had her body count's got to be low. Are you dumb? If every girl had a low body count, bare of you man wouldn't be getting nothing.
Nah, there's always skets though.
But this is what I'm trying to say. I said if every girl had a low body count, bare of you man would not have had as much sex as you claim to have had. You don't have as many bodies as you claim to have had.
Not the eyes, not dummy with the eyes.
You know me?
Damn.
Yeah, because it's it's dumb. It really opened my eyes to that. Like, I was just like, I used to think, wow. So I just clocked the game.
Then again,
I clocked the game.
I think it's also a demeanor as well, though, man. Because like, once I matured, I was like, yeah, like I like me a freak too, you know. I ain't got no problem with that.
But what makes you think having a high body count doesn't?
It's the way you carry yourself.
But having a high body count doesn't necessarily say that you're going to be a freak. You know me, I don't know much, you know.
Let me just drink my water. No, carry on, please.
Let me drink what's left of my water.
I don't want to interrupt at all.
I don't know much. So yeah, we're concluding that the body count don't really matter. Yeah, it's dumb, guys, for real.
Not for adults.
Yeah, like
not
for the grown peeps on this side of podcasting, not the small boys, not the small girls, the big people. Them, it don't matter. It don't matter. Having a high body count doesn't mean that you're better at sex than anyone else. Let's just debunk that real quick. And there's no way of telling if the person is telling the truth or not. For many, many, many years, guys have been lying about their numbers to seem like they're that guy in front of their boys. And there's no way of telling. The same way with the girls. All this, your pom-pom stretches, it's a flipping lie. Okay? It is a flipping lie.
If your pums is loose, it's just loose because it's loose.
It could just be her genetics. That's just how her pom-pom's set up. And actually, one thing guys need to understand about a woman's vagina is that if it becomes loose whilst you lot are beating, it means you're doing something right.
What if it's before you even start beating?
When a woman is really, really aroused, her vagina gets really loose. It gets really, you know. Mm-hmm. So it might not even be during the sex. It might have been the foreplay. It might have been the kiss. It might have been how you touched her. If she's very aroused.
Could have been just looking at man and then she's like,
damn. Instant wetness.
Like, yeah, that's me, baby.
Her pom-pom's ready to receive. So don't be judging girls if her pom-pom seems a bit tight. And girls, do your Kegels. During, after, even when you're not doing anything, do the Kegel, you know what I mean? The quintet. I mean,
quint pun it.
Just quint.
Quint pun the
body. Do the quint when it's not expecting the quint. You know what I mean? Just randomly quint. That's the only advice.
Quint because it's 2 p.m. baby.
Just quint. Just be quinting. Yeah, boy. That's my only wisdom for you people. Me, I don't know much, but I know that. And yeah. Don't be expecting me to be sharing any sexual stories with you people. It's never going to happen.
Until Unpicked After Dark.
Even then. I don't have any stories. I told you people I'm purely virgin, but Venom told me to stop saying it. So it is what it is.
You need to say the correct sentence, which is that Dami Zayn identifies as purely virgin. Okay, guys?
Wow. How do you know? This is what I'm saying. When it comes to the body count thing, no one knows the truth.
I didn't say anything about your body count.
It's the same thing. Nobody knows if I've had sex or not.
Okay. I'm not disputing that. I'm just correcting the sentence of how you identify, how you choose to be known in the world. You know, all of them thing there.
I identify as Dami Zayn on this podcast. And we're going to leave it there. But please, people,
Okay.
can we stop this body count conversation? Like, just drop it. Women, free the pom-poms, free the nipple. Have as much fun as you want to have.
Amen.
Have the sexual liberation you want to have. And you know what? If some stupid fool asks you about body count, maybe he's not the one for you. And if you want to entertain it and answer, tell him free and keep it pushing. He ain't gonna know.
Sound advice.
That's it.
Sound
Boom.
advice. Free is a non-offensive number.
That's it. They
It's
want
like,
under 10.
She's held some, but she don't know what's going on. I can surprise
free.
her.
Just give her free. Stay free. And then when you get in the bedroom and you realize this girl, the way she's moving, you'll be shocked, be bamboozled, hoodwinked.
He'd be like, it's not free, bro.
Like, it's got to
It's free to the power of 10.
It's gotta be more. Wow, the way this girl.
It's to the power of 10.
3,000 is not free. Can't be free.
Yeah.
She didn't learn that from free guys. Yeah. But then I say that,
Yes.
yeah. I say that, and she might have had one long-term partner where she learnt a lot, and then, you know.
It's all about intent, man. If you are intent in being good in the bedroom, you will get
That's
better.
facts. And plus, it's not about how many people like I said, it's not about how many people you slept with, because whoever you sleep with, you've got to learn their body enough to know what they like and what they don't like, so that you can be their best anyway. You can't be using the same formula for every single person. It doesn't work like that.
Of course.
One size does not fit all.
Again,
so.
it's about intent.
Yeah.
There's bare girls that I've like met visually, thought they were attractive, had two conversation and caught their vibe and been like, they ain't present. That is a waste of my time. Even to entertain it. That is going to be a waste of my time. Because you can tell from people's intention. You can tell where their head is at, where their mind is.
You can tell if they're going to be good in the bedroom from their intent.
From when I say their intent, I'm talking about sexual intent. But I'm...
Okay.
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, yeah. To a degree.
One thing I will say...
Mm-hmm.
Another one of... Just my last one, guys. All this casual friends with benefits thing, scrap it. Cut it out.
Oh. Nah, next episode. Nah. Next episode. Next episode.
Cut it out.
Next episode. Nah, next episode.
Why? Let me
Friends with benefits. Nah, next episode. Friends with benefits. That's what we're doing.
Did I just birth another episode?
No more. Yeah.
I keep doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a next episode. I'm not saying nothing.
All right, cool. Let's keep it quiet.
Let me wrap
Let's
this
wrap it up.
Guys, we had a mad one today. We talked about it all. And we're going to talk about some more next week with Friends with Benefits. But if you're still with us, thank you very much for staying for the long journey that is this sexual episode. Unpicked After Dark coming real soon.
It's the preamble.
But
do you know
until
what I mean?
that time,
preamble.
yeah. But until that time, if you've enjoyed what we've delivered to you, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, tell us your thoughts and feelings about the massage. Would you let your partner get that massage? Would you let your partner give that kind of massage? I ain't gonna influence your answer. So yeah, with that said, from myself, Venom, and my co-host, my home slice Dami to the Zane, the one time.
Peace.